Once you travel and see more of the world, it's really difficult for you to reintegrate and stay in the same place. I say this because I'm someone that has traveled a few countries during my life. I was born and raised in South Africa, but when I was there, I traveled a lot of African countries. Well, the neighboring African countries of South Africa, and then a few beyond those neighboring countries. And what I can say is that it definitely changed my mindset. It changed my mindset in the sense of I no longer want to be stationary in one place for too long because there's a type of frustration that brews in me. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but since having those experiences, as I've got older and lived normal life in terms of, having to work to save money and trade my time for money and all of these types of things, as time has gone by, it's become harder and harder for me to do those things. And even a full-time job, I can barely do a full-time job when it comes to something that I'm not really passionate about, or I'm not really with like a great group of people. Then it makes it more challenging for me to be at that job. And I feel like if I found the right type of work, let's say like this content doesn't work out or something doesn't work out, if I'm being super realistic and logical and stuff, like if it doesn't work out, the only thing then I could say that I desire is to have a good job, but a fulfilling work, meaningful work, and work that I'm really passionate about with a great group of people. Now, I know there's a lot of criteria, but that's the only way that I could do a full-time job. And that's in all honesty. Because the thing is, I'm someone that, because of my experiences traveling, my mindset has completely changed. I've seen so many different scenarios and so many different ways that you can live life, and so many opportunities that I have that I'm using to my advantage, that I see, I can actually make something shake here. I can actually make something move here. And that has completely changed my mindset. Like, I've been to the Philippines already twice. I've gone for nearly a month at a time. I've also obviously done short trips like around Europe and stuff. And I've done those trips in Africa for extensive amounts of time. And I feel like because of those things, now I'm at a point where I want to see new places and I want to live a particular lifestyle because I've seen other lifestyles. And what I mean about when I say that I have an opportunity is that my opportunity was that I have the ability to be in England and to save money, to work a job, and then go to these places and have a decent experience because of the currency exchange, right? But if you are in those places, you don't need a lot of money. Like in England, I need a lot of money to be able to have that similar type of lifestyle in terms of being able to, have quality of life. And even if in England, even if you have above average money, you still have a subpar, mediocre, inadequate experience. That's the truth of the reality. I actually talked about it in a video. So if you want to check out that video, just check on my channel. I talked about that life in Philippines is better. And Southeast Asia as a whole, I know a lot of people talk about Thailand, a lot of people talk about, Bali, Indonesia, all of these kinds of Vietnam. A lot of people talk about these places as if like they are the best places on earth. And yes, there are pros and cons, just like anything in life, but I feel there are more pros. And with the cons, you can deal with it easier when you have a better quality of life, because in these places, you do have a better quality of life. So that is how it changes your mindset. Once you see the potential and you see like, I can actually live there and I can live really well if I'm either earning in dollars, in euros, in pounds, and I can either set something up there, or I can do like an online job, or whatever the case may be, whatever path unveils to you through your action and through your belief and through your imagination, whatever path comes to you. But that's how your mindset changes. You realize that there's so much more out there. There's so much more to experience. There's different lifestyles to live. And yes, it's not about going to the country and then working a job there, and then, because people in those countries work normal jobs and still struggle, right? That's why they leave their countries. That's why me as a South African, I've left my country because, obviously I didn't do like an online business, or I'm not working for an American company. So I would have just worked a normal job and I wouldn't have had the same quality of life as I have, let's say, if I went there with like pounds or earning dollars, right? So when you experience these different qualities of lifestyle, it just unlocks something in you, and you actually, you in a way you crave it, but not crave it as like a desire, or like a, you know, when you crave something sweet, it's not that type of craving. It's a craving of security, of peace, of, you know, just better better overall quality of life. Because like I've mentioned in a previous video where I talked about that when you go to these places, it's very safe. Like, it's very safe because the police are feared. The police actually have a lot of authority in these places. And generally, although there is corruption and these kinds of things, the law and order is still pretty much in place for the everyday person. Like, you go to a shopping mall, shopping center, there's always security there. You go to a bank, there's a security there. Like, yeah, there's no security at the banks. Like, you go to a shopping center, even if you go to Westfield or whatever, there's security, but like they can't really do nothing. Like, the security are useless. Just like the people that work in the train stations, they can't really do anything. Like, they can just tell you, oh, you can't do that, and most people will listen. But there's still a few members of the public that are just nuisances, especially when it comes to these people that just feel like they're entitled, or they're trying to be, you know, especially youngsters that think they're all gangster, or trying to, like, you know, just be defiant. Just general nuisance, just general disorderly conduct and behavior from these types of people. And the people that work at train stations can't do anything about it. But in the Philippines, that's different. You're not doing those things. There's no unruly behavior because there's no space for it. It's not allowed because the security there has a massive shotgun. He's ready to blow someone down with it. So yes, that gives them a lot of power in a way, but it also gives you safety. So again, there's pros and cons. Nothing is ever perfect. I think in this life, in this entirety of the life, and on the entirety of the planet and the world, nothing is ever perfect. But you can choose, you know, what do I want to gain and what would I lose? So yes, in Philippines, I might experience a natural disaster. You know, if I have a home there, I need to make sure that it's reinforced, it's strong, these types of things. In England, it's like, oh, I need to make sure that I'm safe when I go to London because I might get stabbed, or my local town, the crackheads might attack me or try to spit on me. Like, my wife has been attacked by a crackhead before in the street, walking back from home at night. And luckily it was just one guy. But these things happen, and we've had multiple experiences of crime and disorderly conduct towards us. I'm not talking about what the news says. I generally refer to my own experience, okay? I don't see anyone experiencing that. None of my family has experienced major crime in the Philippines, besides like my brother-in-law's phone getting stolen through his window because it was on the mount. But like, it's stuff like that. Generally, you know, you're not gonna experience unsafety and these kinds of things, especially when you are someone that is generally vigilant, okay? So what I'm trying to say here is that my mindset has completely changed. When I come back to the UK, I see how miserable people are. Like they don't even try to be happy. And a lot of people, especially immigrants such as myself, working immigrants, we are here to work, save money, contribute to the economy, of course, you know, pay our taxes, pay our rent, buy food from the supermarkets here. We are giving a lot of our money to the country, and obviously we want the country to prosper and be well, especially for its own people. Of course, 100%, that's always the case. The country, the people of the country, they always come first. So if I don't get the same amount of benefits or the same amount of advantages, that's fine. I don't mind. If they next week said that your immigrants have to pay 10% more rent, that, you know, that's it. Or they have to pay 5% more tax, or like 2% more tax or whatever. That's okay. Because I'm the one that's here and I've signed up for it. So if that was the case when I moved here and they said, look, this is what you don't get and this is what you get, that's fine. Because if you go to Thailand as a foreigner, you can't have property in your name. You don't get specific benefits. Some stuff is for Thai people only. So this is the case. If that was the case in England, that's fine. I don't mind because I chose to come here. I'm an immigrant here. I'm a visitor here. So that is okay. So yes, but a lot of people are these types of people that come here to work, save money, go back home, build a home, and then live there. Either set up a business there or just kind of build properties or buy properties and rent them out and earn money like that, and investments. A lot of people do this. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because they're coming here, they're contributing, they respect the people, they respect the economy, they respect the country, and then they move on, and then they move on to their own life because that's what they know. I wouldn't be happy if I just sold out myself to just simply live in England and not do anything, to get back to the lifestyle I want to live. Even people of the country, English people, for example, they'll go move to Spain, they go move to Portugal, they go move to Thailand. So they also have these desires. People have these desires to want to live a particular quality of life, especially once they've experienced it. And I think that happens to a lot of people when they either go on holiday or they have a particular insight when they go away. They see that, I would want to live here. And it goes past the holiday thing, because if you spend somewhere for like, I think more than a month, you start to see the intricacies of things. Like I've been in Philippines when there's been a typhoon. Recently, I've been there when there was a typhoon. I've been there in bad weather. I've been there when the power's out, when there's no easy access to water. I've experienced those things. I see what it's like. I know what it's like. It's hot. It's you need an aircon. You need an e-fan. You need these kinds of things. You're always in the aircon. You're in the car. You're in the aircon. In the shopping malls, you're in the aircon. Same like as is when you're in the UK or any other country that's has weather. You have these things, and I see these things, and there's some things that do annoy me, like, damn, the traffic will be bad, or the traffic's crazy, or it's not a picture perfect place. It's not everything's perfect, and I just want to go there because it's so perfect, and the grass is always green on the other side. No, but I understand that I would rather have that quality of life and have those challenges than have the challenges when I'm here in England. So my mindset has completely changed, and it's all due to factors that I would say is in my control and also out of my control. In my control is my holidays. Out of my control is when I was a kid and we would go traveling. We would go traveling to different countries and go camping and go do stuff and go hunting and go to different provinces in South Africa. So I was raised like that. I didn't ask for that. I didn't suggest it as a kid. It was just that way I was raised. I was raised that I'm seeing new places, I'm experiencing new things. So of course, it's ingrained in me. It's ingrained within my being to want to do that. And that is why my mindset has completely shifted from wanting to be stationary to wanting to be a different place, have a different quality of lifestyle, and perhaps even be a bit more nomadic for some time in my life. Because that's still a desire of mine. I want to only live in a place for maybe a few months and then go somewhere else for a few months. And then I could go back to that same place for a few months. But I have to move around. I have to do different things and see different things and experience different things. Even though it might not be different every single time, or it might be the same place, at least it's like gives you that movement. And that for me really fulfills me, and that is how my mindset has changed. So that is exactly how traveling will reset your mind, will reset your being, and make you see things and have particular insights that you didn't have before. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. My name's Marco. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel to make it super awesome, epic. And if you have similar experience or thought of similar things or had similar insights, whatever the case, drop it down below in the comments and let me know. I'm interested to hear other people's perspectives as well. Peace out.